Morning sunlight spilled across the hills as Eldrin tied his small bundle of coins and slung it over his shoulder. The annual festival of Bree was today, and he had never missed one. The air always smelled of baked apples, wood smoke, and adventure. The road was crowded with wagons, traders, and musicians. As he entered Bree, colored flags fluttered between rooftops. Children chased wooden hoops down the lanes, and the sound of fiddles filled the air. Eldrin smiled. After weeks of hard work at the forge, this was the one day to be free. He stopped by a stall selling small metal trinkets. The blacksmith behind the counter noticed the leaf-shaped pendant hanging at Eldrin's neck. "Fine work, lad," the man said. "Did you craft that yourself?" Eldrin shook his head. "Found it. Or maybe it found me." The man chuckled, thinking it was a joke. Down the main square, contests had begun. Races, ring tosses, and a tug of war that sent dust flying. Eldrin joined the archery contest, borrowing a simple bow. He wasn't an expert, but he had sharp eyes. One by one he hit the wooden targets, not perfectly, but steady and true. When the final arrow thudded into the red ring, the crowd clapped. A few coins and a small loaf of sweet bread were his reward. He wandered toward the bridge that crossed the stream, nibbling his bread. Nearby, a lively hobbit with curly hair and bright eyes was juggling apple while telling jokes. "Name's Tomo, traveler of the Shire," the hobbit said with a grin. "You've got the look of someone who knows how to find trouble, or it finds you." Eldrin laughed. "I think you might be right about that." They watched the parade of carts passing by, one full of singing dwarves, another carrying an elf musician whose harp shimmered like silver water. The elf's name, Eldrin would later learn, was Lyriel. The joy of the day was suddenly broken by a startled cry. A young goat, decked in ribbons, had broken free from its pen and was galloping through the crowd, dragging a rope behind it. Children squealed and jumped aside. Without thinking, Eldrin sprinted after it. The goat dashed towards the bridge, knocking over baskets and scattering fruit. As it neared the edge, Eldrin leapt forward, grabbed the rope, and dug in his heels. The goat skidded to a stop just before plunging into the stream. Applause erupted. Even the dwarves clapped their broad hands. Eldrin tied the rope safely and led the goat back, cheeks red with embarrassment and pride. A merchant patted his shoulder. "Quick feet, lad. You saved our festival." Later, as the sun dipped low and lanterns flickered to life, Eldrin sat beside Tomo and listened to the elf Lyriel play her harp. The notes shimmered in the twilight. A dwarf joined in, beating a soft rhythm on a drum. Lanterns of the vale burn bright and pale. Shadows dance along the trail. Whispers ride the twilight air, guiding souls who wander there. Echoes drift from hills unseen, silver paths through forests green. Footsteps fade where dreams entwine, and stars above the Hush now, wind of dusk and flame, carry the lost who have no name, through the dark where secrets sail, by the light of the lanterns of Vale. As the last notes of the song faded into the evening air, a chill rustled through the lantern-lit square. Eldrin shivered slightly, his hand brushing the pocket where the star metal rested. From the edge of the festival, shadows shifted unnaturally. Long, thin shapes that didn't belong to anyone in the crowd. The wind carried a faint whisper, almost too soft to hear. Eldrin, we are waiting. The children laughed nearby, oblivious to the strange voices, and Tomo nudged him. You're imagining things, he said, though his eyes darted toward the darkened trees. Eldrin didn't answer. He felt the pull of something ancient and hidden just beyond the lantern light. The festival was ending, the crowd slowly thinning, and the stars were beginning to peek through the violet sky. He looked at his new friends, Tomo the hobbit, Lyriel the elf, and the dwarf drummer, and smiled. Adventure was cooling, and he was ready. But as he turned toward the path home, the forest whispered again. This time, the voice seemed closer, watching, waiting. Eldrin clutched the glowing star metal in his pocket. Whatever lay ahead, he would face it. Together with his friends, the journey was just beginning.